Hey guys, it's time for another video. What we're talking about today is a conversation that I've been having with clients for a while, but I had another person bring it up to me as of recently. The conversation went as finals. Steve, I guess I just have to make peace with the fact that I'm always going to have this. My first response was, the body fat you have? And she said, no, this. It's firm, it's hard, feel it. And what I felt was, it was just her abdominal wall. And I said, your intestines? And she goes, yeah, I guess I just have to make peace with that. That's not going away. And I said, well, no, it's not going away. But then again, you also always had it. And what I realized is the fact that her and many other people get confused with what's going on underneath the abdominal wall versus the outside of the abdominal wall. What I'm referring to is that what she didn't understand is that there are some women, some girls, who seem to have sort of 3D hip bones that actually stick out farther than what seems to be their abdominal wall. And what I tried to explain to her, that a lot of that has to do with the makeup of their hip bones themselves. So for example, what I'm referring to is the fact that you have some people, men and women, who have, or quite hippie they might be referred to, and they have what might be called a concave type stomach. Their hip bones actually stick out farther than their actual stomach, their abdominal wall itself. While other women maybe have narrower hips, in which case their intestines and their insides have to go somewhere, in which case they have more of a convex type midsection. That's not really much what a person can do. Now, there are some people who will end up being just a little bit more easily bloated than others. So sometimes they have a very flat stomach, and other times they might have more of a convex stomach. I'm talking about when you're completely not bloated and you're feeling good. Some people will have one that kind of sticks in a little bit, and other people have one that sticks out. When you have the person who has more of a concave stomach, they might be the person who their stomach sticks under so much that when they wear a bikini, what we know as a bikini bridge, their bikini doesn't even actually touch their midsection because their hips are out. While you have someone else, and again I'm assuming the person is lean and doesn't have much body fat on the outside, they have more of that convex stomach, and that would be someone who has more of that V, whether it's a guy or the girl that has that. So knowing your body and your makeup will make you feel better to realize that your stomach is not necessarily protruding or sticking out. That is just how you're made. So the person who has the hips might be just have deeper hips front to back. They may be narrow from the front, but they're deeper from the side. The convex person may have more narrower hips from the front, but they're deeper front to back. So again, their intestines have to go somewhere. The other thing is that the one who might be 16, 17, 18 years old who has the hip bones most likely will not have them, even if they're still lean and thin years later. In fact, you probably won't find many women over the age of 30 who will still have very stick-out hip bones. And the reason being is that just over time, they may not be getting the body fat on their outside, known as the subcutaneous fat, but everyone is always slowly increasing the amount of visceral fat, which is what you have around your organs. Not to a dangerous level, but just over years, it does begin to increase. What also is possible is the fact that some women who have had kids or are on birth control, their ovaries might just have a slightly larger size than the average person, which again, as we all know, can protrude that stomach out just a little bit. I hope that this information helps you not be insecure, however it is that you are made. My wife is someone who is very tiny front to back, so she has never been the person who had a totally flat stomach, even at her leanest. She does naturally have a little bit of a V because her stomach protrudes slightly. So hopefully that helps you guys not feel too insecure about it and have a little bit more of a connection with your body. If you have any more questions on this subject, by all means go ahead and post them below, and go ahead and subscribe if you want more content just like this.